In the fast-paced world we live in, many seek transformation, whether it's to escape a past version of themselves or to become someone they admire. However, this pursuit often leads to external changes that fail to touch the deeper layers of our being. The Stoics, ancient philosophers who focused on the inner life, offer a different approach. They teach that true transformation begins with the mind, where we can reshape our perception, character, and actions to align with our highest values. This process can be seen as a kind of disappearing, where the old, unexamined self fades away, making room for a new, wiser self to emerge. The concept of disappearing, letting go of the ego. The first step in the Stoic path to transformation is to disappear, not in the physical sense, but by letting go of the ego, the constructed identity that clings to external validations, material possessions, and societal expectations. This ego is often the source of unnecessary suffering, as it constantly seeks approval, status, and control over things outside our power. According to Epictetus, one of the key Stoic thinkers, the core of Stoicism lies in understanding what is within our control and what is not. The ego tends to blur this distinction, leading us to invest energy in things we cannot change, such as others' opinions or the outcomes of our efforts. By recognizing that our true self is not defined by these external factors, we can begin to detach from the ego. This detachment doesn't mean becoming indifferent or aloof, but rather focusing on what truly matters, our own thoughts, actions, and responses to the world. By quieting the ego, we start to disappear in the sense that our need for external validation diminishes, making space for authentic growth, transforming the self, embracing virtue. Once we've begun the process of disappearing by detaching from the ego, the next step is transformation. In Stoic philosophy, transformation is about aligning oneself with the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These virtues serve as the foundation for a life well lived, and embodying them leads to a transformation that is both profound and lasting. 1. Wisdom. The Stoics emphasize the importance of wisdom, which involves understanding the nature of the world and our place in it. It's about seeing things as they truly are, not as we wish them to be. This clarity of vision allows us to make better decisions, free from the distortions of the ego. 2. Courage. Transformation requires courage, not just in facing external challenges, but in confronting the uncomfortable truths about ourselves. It takes courage to admit our flaws, to let go of harmful habits, and to embrace change, even when it's difficult. 3. Justice. For the Stoics, justice is about treating others with fairness and respect, recognizing the interconnectedness of all people. By practicing justice, we move away from self-centeredness and towards a sense of responsibility for the well-being of others. 4. Temperance. Temperance is the practice of self-control, of moderating our desires and impulses. It's about finding balance, avoiding excess, and focusing on what is truly necessary. Through temperance, we learn to master ourselves, which is essential for any lasting transformation. By cultivating these virtues, we gradually transform into individuals who are not driven by ego, but by a deeper sense of purpose and integrity. This transformation is not about becoming someone else, but about becoming more fully ourselves, our best selves. Embracing impermanence. Another aspect of disappearing in the Stoic way is embracing the impermanence of all things. The Stoics believed that everything in life is transient, from our possessions to our relationships, and even our own lives. By accepting the impermanence of all things, we can let go of the fear of loss and the need for constant acquisition. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often reflected on the fleeting nature of life. In his meditations, he wrote about the importance of remembering that everything we have, including our own lives, is on loan from nature. This perspective helps to diminish the ego's attachment to the temporary and encourages us to focus on what is eternal, our virtues and our integrity. The practice of meditation. Meditation is a powerful tool for cultivating mindfulness and living in the present moment. The Stoics practiced a form of meditation known as prososche, which involves focusing on the present moment and observing one's thoughts and emotions without judgment. This practice helps to quiet the mind and to develop greater awareness of the present. By regularly practicing meditation, we can train our minds to remain focused and calm, even in the face of distractions or challenges. This focus allows us to act with greater clarity and purpose, and to respond to life's events with wisdom and equanimity. Meditation also helps to cultivate a sense of inner peace and tranquility. When we are fully present in the moment, we are less likely to be consumed by negative emotions or to be overwhelmed by external pressures. Instead, we can approach life with a sense of calm and balance, which is essential for self-transformation. The role of mindfulness and reflection. Mindfulness and reflection are essential practices in the Stoic path to self-transformation. The Stoics believe that in order to change our thoughts and behaviors, we must first become aware of them. This involves regularly examining our thoughts, emotions, and actions to ensure that they are in line with our values and virtues. One of the most effective ways to practice mindfulness in the Stoic tradition is through daily reflection. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often wrote about the importance of reflecting on his day and considering whether he had lived according to his principles. This practice helps to reinforce our commitment to the Stoic path and to identify areas where we need to improve. Mindfulness also involves being present in the moment and fully engaging with whatever we are doing. The Stoics believed that by focusing on the present moment, we can avoid the distractions and anxieties that come from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. This presence of mind allows us to act with intention and purpose, rather than being driven by impulse or external influences. By regularly practicing mindfulness and reflection, we become more aware of our thoughts and actions, and we are better able to align them with our Stoic values. This awareness is key to the process of self-transformation, as it allows us to make conscious choices that lead to personal growth and fulfillment. Conclusion. To disappear and transform yourself the Stoic way is to undertake a journey inward, where the focus shifts from external validation to inner virtue. By embracing the Stoic virtues, we can dissolve the old self and emerge as a person guided by wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. This transformation is not about escaping who we are, but about becoming who we are truly meant to be. Individuals who live with purpose, integrity, and inner peace. The path may be challenging, but it is one that leads to a profound and lasting change, where the best version of ourselves is brought to life.